And Meghan Dizon played tennis right here in the state of Utah at BYU. Vivienne David on the other side, partnered up alongside Anna Wright, both with fantastic tennis backgrounds as well. Vivienne David playing at a very young age, as did Anna Wright, played collegiately at Cal. And the trickle to start for Meghan Dizon.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about Etta Wright and Meghan Dizon is you'll see them very comfortable playing either side of the court as well.
Dizon taking some chances in terms of her dink. So often we see the consistency at a premium, but she's also taking some risk, and it pays off.
Yes, really cutting those hard, and that has been a massive improvement in her game. She's always had the firepower with that ace of spades paddle there from Pro Kennex, and she has really worked on both the transition area and making her dinks more effective to set up that power, and you've seen it so far early in this match. The other big issue here is these players haven't played for over 5.5 hours. So different conditions when they played earlier today.
0-1-1.
You have got to be able to get off the court in a hurry and figure out what you need to do from 5 hours ago that's different from right now, and that's not easy. You got to, I'm sure they hit balls somewhere on campus somewhere. What does it take for you individually to be ready to go?
Not to mention the cooling temperatures mean this game is going to be played that much quicker in terms of the ball flying off the paddle of these four.
Yeah, Dizon's not going to apologize for the cooler temps here in her home state. She likes it. If it's fast, she's happy.
1-0-1.
Yeah, Utah players definitely have a little bit of an advantage playing in these conditions. Just in terms of the elevation also playing a key factor.
There's that pace from Dizon. Yeah, it's interesting how we go from place to place and who has the advantage. We're in Florida, it's humid, it's hotter, you're not acclimated to the heat, so they have the advantage. Now the Florida players have to deal with altitude and a little colder. All evens out, Cam.
A massive two-handed backhand from Etta Wright.
She's got that, and she has the one-handed backhand flick, which is what makes her so very effective. And the big difference here is that Meghan Dizon can hang in there cross-court dinking with Anna Wright's rolling, vicious two-handed backhand. That is the significant improvement that I mentioned earlier.
Second serve.
Vivienne David, known to be one of the most defensive skilled players, but also can create plenty of offense.
Yeah, the counter, if you go to the left side of her body, it's going to come back even faster than you just hit it.
Anna Wright, plenty of pep in her step. A nice combination from the backhand to the forehand.
Yeah, and she's already got a date for tomorrow. She'd like to play twice.
Date in multiple ways.
Yeah, exactly.
Playing in the mixed doubles final alongside James Ignatowicz. They will face off against Jesse Irvin and AJ Kohler.
Point.
A solid drive from a good distance off the baseline.
Yeah, I think that's just maybe a millimeter of the tape and changed it there on Etta.
It wasn't too long ago that Vivienne David was playing alongside Meghan Dizon at the Onyx Austin Showdown, where they had an outstanding tournament, taking home silver to none other than Waters and Bright.
Yes. Always changing everything.
Got to be able to adapt. And there's a good ATP from Vivienne David.
Really good job of curling that ball and, more importantly, keeping it so low as Etta Wright gives her that angle.
Point.
And you heard Anna Bright say, "I'm so sorry," as that went off the edge of Anna Bright's paddle, but fortunately didn't catch Viv in the face, just her shoulder. Those are some of the scariest balls in pickleball, when you get hit from off your partner's paddle.
4-1-2.
Or the ball off the top of the net, off of a driver, speed up. Oh, that hurts.
Side out.
Etta Wright had the perfect look at that and just missed it.
1-4-1.
Just a massive load up right there from Etta Wright. The expectation is and anticipation is there for her.
1-4-2.
Yeah, she saw where the paddle positioning was. That ball cannot go on the ground. I am ready. I mean, are you kidding me with the saves and then shot of the day?
I didn't even know what to highlight.
No, there's 3 ridiculous balls in that, and then shot of the day, inside out, full swing. Cut from Meghan Dizon is the only way to beat these two.
Second serve.
Second serve. Trying to stay warm is Meghan Dizon. Really cool look at the facility, though. The plateau in the backdrop. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's awesome in the mountains how where the sun is just changes the hues and the look of this place. And it's a good look back there. Take your postcard picture, folks.
How did Etta Wright fend that off?
Yeah, this is the difference with this duo now, is they have the defense to go with their offense. And the scary part for the women is these two are absolutely nowhere near the top of where they're going to be, and they're already in a semifinal here. They are playing fantastic pickleball.
Yeah, and even with switch sides, Etta Wright on the right, Meghan Dizon on the left. You better watch out. There's some versatility coming your way on the women's side. Still working to get warmed up underneath the cool temperatures of a beautiful evening in St. George. 6-1 for Dizon and Wright in women's semifinal action.
Side out.
So Etta Wright's just got to be careful when she's taking those balls out of the air, not to give angles to Vivienne David. She's made 2 perfect ATPs and then a missed return there, and as if it wasn't hard enough to return the ball in this altitude, now it's really going to be flying, Cam.
2-6-1. Second serve.
From the backhand of Anna Bright, looking to speed up cross court.
2-6-2.
One more challenging.
Side out.
Getting caught moving inside just on the right hip.
Yeah, and you saw Meghan Dizon give ground because she knew she was in a bit of trouble, but then took a full swing at that. That's sort of like Waters pickleball that started a few years ago. Like, give yourself a little room and then take full hacks at it. That's the way the women's game has gone.
Second serve.
So if they do give ground, put it at their feet, and then it's much harder to defend instead of just swinging for the fences.
Side out.
So what can Vivienne David and Anna Bright do in terms of maybe finding a different strategy or even pattern to work in their favor?
Get to the line and grind.
Second serve.
To your point, a little bit of a struggle getting there.
2-6-2. Side out.
Quick side out there, couldn't get the ball down, and again, tougher conditions to drop the ball, so maybe drive, but you got to make your drive, so maybe 80%. We saw Travis Rettenmeyer earlier today just really show us how that works. Drive it and then drop the next one. Got in almost every time.
Second serve.
Same problem on the other side, and this is a dangerous spot for Dizon and Wright. They've been comfortably ahead the whole time, but you need to be adding to your lead when that's going on, and maybe the other side isn't playing at their optimal level.
6-2-2.
And you knew that ball was going to be coming back with some force.
Yeah, nice job by Etta Wright when you're moving forward just to not run through that ball.
7-2-2. Point.
And again, the
knife.
deking, the knife, I know. That thing is cutting through the air and just barely skidding off the top of the court.
8-2-2.
Meghan's so focused she was going to serve from the wrong side.
Side out.
That was an important pair, though, right there to get from 6 to 8.
2-8-1.
Anna Bright trying to fire things up here. 3-8 now.
3-8-1.
Step in serve from Vivienne David.
Point.
Make it 4-8 now, finding some success on that left foot.
Yeah, and much better just getting to the kitchen line. If they can get the ball to bounce, they're going to feel good about where Anna Bright can then dictate off the bounce.
Point.
Dangerously close to timeout land for the Utah duo here.
5-8-1.
And laid it up again to the forehand. That's a quick put away.
Yeah, that's Anna Bright trying to dictate, and Etta's all over that particular choice.
Look at the recoil rate for Meghan Dizon.
Because that's the problem with the two-hander. If it's not a punch, you have to get the ball all the way down and then get your paddle back, and she's able to do it.
Nice job by Anna Bright, lowering her body to be able to hit that. That ball doesn't bounce as much as you anticipate it to.
8-5-2.
Some good scrap from Etta right there, but great execution from Anna.
9-5 now. However, Vivienne David and Anna Bright look like they've got themselves into a bit of a better groove. Seeing some better looks now in game one.
Side out.
Starting to get that roll down at the feet.
5-9-1.
From Vivienne David.
She had to like hop her body over there because it ended up on the different side. That's so good from her.
6-9-1. Second serve.
Yeah, Anna Bright is having a little conversation with Anna Bright right now about the choices she's making to Etta Wright, who's just sitting on some of these speed ups.
This time she tries to go with one even. So the side out back to Dizon and Wright.
And I think she can get to something a little better than that if she just stays in it.
Second serve.
Speaking of staying in it a little bit longer, there's a better dink rally for Anna Bright.
9-6-2.
Huge situation here for Etta and Meghan to get to 10.
What a snag, though. Great grab from Etta Wright, even though it goes wide.
Because that was full torque from Anna Bright on that swing.
Scramble play for David and Bright.
Yeah, Viv David sighting on the left half of the court there. You don't see that very often at all. And here we go, 7-9.
So they string together a few extra points. Vivienne David playing with the carbon. Anna Bright playing with Yola, and right now they've got themselves a few points closer to game one. Night has definitely fallen here in St. George, Utah, but the court is well lit, and our four semifinalists are battling through game one.
Point.
An 8-9 now, a surge for Bright and David.
8-9-1.
Oh boy, the comeback has seen itself come to life. 9-all now for Bright and David.
9-9-1.
It was 8-2. And they put Etta back on the left side, but it's still not enough.
Yeah, to do that for the first time at 9-all, trying everything, and here we go. Game point on the other side, unexpected.
Getting some help from the net right there, but you like the location from Meghan Dizon on the dink. Second serve now for Bright and David.
And I love that she didn't panic as a lot of players do when that ball pops off the net. Ooh, a little tight on that one.
So a shot now as they had a significant advantage, 8-2.
9-10-1.
Now 9-10.
There is why I actually like this team better with Etta Wright on the left side, because of that. And if she plays more aggressive, this team is really, really more dangerous, in my opinion.
Ball after ball after ball, dug back. There was no way for them to get in.
Yeah, they got that ball right there to bounce, and it was a great job by Anna Bright of driving a two-handed backhand at Etta Wright's feet.
Side out.
Ball back now for Vivienne David and Anna Bright.
I don't think they're in the right position on the far side right now. That's the delay. Sorry, Cameron.
No, it's fine. That's great sportsmanship right there from Anna Bright. She's actually the one that pointed out immediately.
Yeah, and the referee will put them in the right position, so there wasn't a point at risk there. But the crowd in the front row's at risk when Etta Wright goes for that much of an angle. Beautiful put away.
10-10-2. Point.
11-10 for the #2 seed.
11-10-2.
Pulling that too far cross court, 12-10. Vivienne David and Anna Bright with a gritty first game.
Great comeback, and Dizon and Wright were ahead and had chances to just add a little bit to it. And when you're playing a team that is this good on the other side, you've got to take advantage. They tried at it for a minute on the left. We'll see if they go to that in game 2 or go back to Dizon. I mean, they had a lead with that, so they just got to find something they're comfortable in. But the ladies putting on a show again here late night in St. George, Utah.
A fantastic game at #1 for women's semifinal action in St. George, Utah. Cameron Irwin alongside Dave Fleming. Bright and David picked up the first, 12-10.
Point.
Wild ball off the side of the paddle there into the crowd.
They start again, Meghan Dizon back on the left. We saw the switch take itself into a true form throughout game 1. Both Etta Wright and Meghan Dizon.
Point.
Yeah, they waited till 9-all in game 1 to see if Etta could be a difference maker. We'll see how long they deal with this here. The biggest challenge is mentally. Can you come out here after you know game 1 should have been yours? Or at least you think that. The comeback, of course, is real. But the opportunity to just flush that and go, hey, this is semifinal. We want to play tomorrow.
Oh, that's a great point. Got to be able to switch the mentality. Get back to neutral.
Side out.
And a hip check for Etta Wright.
Yeah, and Anna Bright is not in neutral at all. She is firing away here.
1-1-1.
And that energy she brings is huge for Vivienne David to help ride that emotion.
The one-hand speed up from Anna Bright is well defended from Etta Wright. That's a no-go zone right now on the right side of Etta Wright.
Goodness, what a great point there. And that is a hard ball to get. And then she tugs the next one cross court.
2-1-1. Point.
3-1. Anna Bright telling herself to focus.
And sprints back to the line as if her coach told her to run some lines.
Meghan Dizon wanted it.
Yeah, unfortunately for her, she was off balance when she chose to take it after some tremendous blocks and resets by both sides in this. Really high level from these four ladies.
Point.
And right through the legs of Vivienne David. Watch out.
You do not want that hitting you late at night here in Utah. It's already enough pace on that, let alone the chill.
Dizon and Wright again off to a hot start, 5-1. And another timeout called. This looks almost identical to what we saw in game number 1.
Yeah, they called timeout at 1-6 down in game number 1, so it's the same thing for Dizon and Wright. They're like, okay, can we just freaking go finish this one now?
The ball rolling through championship court here, nearly hitting the 9 o'clock hour in the evening. Bronze medalists have been named for both the men's and the women's draw after the semifinal, or excuse me, at least the men's draw for the semifinals. James Ignatowicz and Riley Newman picking up the bronze here in St. George. Complete deflation from Meghan Dizon.
There were magnets in her hands that were pulling her down to the ground there. That was a great rally there.
1-5-1.
Yes, Ignatowicz and Newman won 11-7, 11-1 over Rettenmeyer and Kohler to take bronze. And that's the other situation here. There's still another match to be played, unfortunately, for the loser of this match to face off against Kovalova and Smith for that bronze on the women's side.
I wonder if they'd move that tomorrow. Who knows?
Highly doubt it.
Good look for Anna Bright, reaching in, rolling that wrist. Solid speed up.
Yes, you are. 3-5-1. Point.
So fun to watch Etta Wright kind of get attacked just based on her control and stability on both sides of her body, and her ability to go from one side to the other in consecutive motions is really impressive.
Really nice there on in the air, and then I love that they went back to her left foot then and put her in a bad spot from the dink. So smart job by Vivienne David and Anna Bright here. And the lead is gone.
Here we go again. 5-all. I'm seeing double, Dave.
I am too.
5-5-1.
And an unfortunate bounce for Anna Bright as it hits just off the chest, but I love the way Meghan Dizon really shifts right now to open up that two-hand backhand, even from the left side as she's sitting with her right foot on the center line.
Side out.
Side out now at 5 apiece.
5-5-1. Point.
Again, the first game resides on the side of Bright and David. So if Dizon and Wright pick up game 2, we will be going to a third as they play to make it to Championship Saturday tomorrow.
Point.
Great middle dink by Dizon there, and then Bright tries to pull the trigger when she is behind in the point, and they were both sitting on that had that come over.
Second serve.
You can hear Anna Bright to come on. Let's go.
7-5-2.
And a moon ball. Slight miss hit, as it's tough to see also in terms of these conditions. The dark sky finding that ball overhead through the lights.
And then the question is that staying in? It certainly looks like it from that angle, and just caught the top of the paddle. Great scrap from Etta Wright again.
Side out.
So here's where everything sort of stalled out for Wright and Dizon in game number 1.
So what are you telling yourself in order to keep the momentum on your side?
Yeah, hit great returns here. Don't let them get to the kitchen, and then when they do, stay in our pattern and counter when they choose the wrong ball to speed up.
So far, they're listening.
Yeah, so this is where they had multiple opportunities in game 1 to just extend that lead. 1 here, 2 here. They weren't able to do it, never got to pressure, and now they get it just gift.
9-5-1, 1 minute.
A gift to 9-5. Dizon and Wright again with a steady advantage in game number 2. Can they hang on and push a third? We very likely could be going the distance here in St. George, Utah. The high desert proving to be challenging here in the semifinals. Again, Dizon, right foot, center line, covering plenty of court.
And dictating with her dinks. I mean, you want to see what work off the court looks like. Watch this match, and then watch Meghan Dizon 6 months ago. Wildly different. Good for her.
Second serve.
Second serve and a second shot at game point for the second game.
Oh, and Etta Wright's like, I would beg to have that ball again on this second chance to close this out.
To 3 we go. Dizon and Wright pick up the second.
It's what we do here. We go 3, Cam. Give everybody their money's worth and more. Folks, if you are out there on the East Coast watching at 10:52, I appreciate you for sure. So we're going to play 3. We'll be right back. Can the Utah duo finish this and Etta Wright make her first appearance on a championship Saturday?
Game number 3. We are going the distance in St. George, Utah for the women's semifinals. The last semifinal was also one heck of a fight between 4 fantastic athletes.
Side out.
Leah Jansen and Elise Jones getting the better of Lucy Kovalova and Callie Jo Smith.
0-0-1.
So Leah and Elise surely watching on to see who they will face off against tomorrow.
And they hope this goes 21-19 in the third, trust me.
Second serve.
Etta Wright with a little pep, thinking that ball landed, but called quickly by both David and Bright.
Yeah, and I saw that deep myself. Couldn't agree more. I like the choice, though. Etta Wright had an opening.
Yeah.
0-0-2. Side out. Zero, 0-1.
Meghan Dizon, a fantastic shot off the sideline, which, by the way, when the ball hits the sideline, it takes usually a little bit of a different bounce. So that was one heck of a shot from Meghan Dizon.
After a terrific drop by Anna Bright. Just tremendous by Meghan Dizon at the kitchen line today. Just hanging in there with that heavy, heavy topspin from Anna Bright and not giving a millimeter.
And there's the one-hand poke from Etta Wright from the right side.
Yeah, so if she's over there, she's not going to get too many opportunities because you're going to pull that wide if you do. But if she goes straight ahead, if she gets one up, she started that off and they're on the board.
incredible dinking. The amount of touch on display in that rally, the number of half volleys is nuts.
Nuts. There were 11 winners hitting that, and they just kept getting fended off. And then the power of the two-handed backhand of that lady, and they're up 2 again. They've got a lead.
Second serve.
Off the tape, kisses it wide there from Dizon.
2-0-2.
Earned with a second serve now. You've talked so much about Meghan Dizon and the amount of improvement you've seen in her game just in the last month, 2 months, and a big part of that when I spoke to her was the word confidence. And she said she actually spoke to AJ Kohler, and he said, you got to get angry when you lose again. You can't be okay with dropping close matches. You got to have that fire and that energy and be okay with, you know, having to find a win. No more losing.
Yeah, don't be happy you made the quarters. You know, yeah, good. We lost a close one. That's not good enough, especially as more and more players come into this and are going to want what you have. You get to be a pro athlete. That takes a lot, and it takes a lot off the court. And she has done it. All 4 of these ladies do it. I mean, these 4 ladies are tip top of the game, and anyone can take this home.
Again, Dizon, and I actually spoke with AJ about it yesterday. I said, did you know that that conversation had as much impact as it did on Meghan? And he goes, well, you know, it's funny. I was in a similar position with my own career in pickleball before I was able to turn the page. And it was not just about making the quarters, but we want to win finals.
Point.
And they keep skidding balls off the tape. That's going to help them get to a final. And obviously, a conversation with a colleague and then an MVP. You don't think that didn't jolt some confidence into that woman as well?
Point.
And what do you know? They have a huge lead in a game in this match.
So 5-0 in game number 3. The winner of this game will move on to tomorrow's final.
5-0-1.
There's a conversation. Etta Bright held the ball there and said, Viv, do you want a timeout? And she said, no. You'll switch sides at 6 if they don't win this rally, though.
Second serve.
Plenty of pop off that paddle for Etta Bright.
Yeah, and a vicious roll. That even had more junk on it. Impossible to speed that up for Meghan Dizon. This is, again, switching up 6-0, back to the confidence thing. This is a massive rally right here.
Side out.
A necessary moment for Vivienne David and Etta Bright to put some points on the board before the change of end.
Vivienne David is so good at being able to redirect balls into very specific spots, and that is such a huge trait for that right side player, and let Etta Bright then find places to roll and get involved, and there's one. So let's see if they can add to it.
Serve. 1-5-2. Side out.
Missed third shot drive from Anna Bright off the forehand side, looking to apply some pressure, potentially the shake and bake with Vivienne David up at the net.
Yeah, and Meghan was in trouble with a short return and having to switch there, so Anna Bright's eyes got big but didn't execute it.
Second serve.
Dive down is Etta Wright.
Again, same situation here. 6-1 sounds really good.
5-1-2.
Haven't gotten to the kitchen yet.
And you'll take it at this point. A side out for Bright and David.
And you saw Dizon and Wright knew how important that was as they chose to switch sides.
1-5-1.
They're going to go back to the way they've been throughout the match here.
Second serve.
And Meghan Dizon immediately puts the hand up in apology as that trickles across the top of the net.
And such effort in this and reset clinic by Vivienne David in the middle of that. And another big chance to get the ball back for the team from Utah.
Full slide and duck. Vivienne David, acrobatic out there.
Oh, and Etta Wright went absolutely where she should have with that, but did not make it, as obviously
2-5-2.
Vivienne David's out of the point. What a get. Just get the ball back. You never know what's going to happen.
Finding the middle is Etta Wright.
And there's nothing you want more as a player than another ball up that you can say, I can make this ball. To get it on the next point there is big, and Wright hit a good shot there. Okay. Another chance to switch here.
5-2-1. Point.
There it is, the change of end. 6-2, Dizon and Wright.
Change ends. 6-2-1.
So a 4-point advantage residing in the hands of Meghan Dizon and Etta Wright. Six to 2 at the change of ends. Meghan Dizon and Etta Wright in semifinal action versus Vivienne David and Anna Bright at the Selkirk Red Rock Open on the Carvana PPA Tour. Teamwork gets it done.
I mean, both of them took a full swing. It was who had the longer arm in the middle, and just really smart. And they know if they're in trouble, they can throw the ball on the ground in front of Vivienne David, and she's not likely to speed it up off the bounce.
The first two were incredible, but ends up getting pegged. Meghan Dizon.
7-2-2.
The power, the control for Etta Wright with the one-hand backhand. The two counters and then the reset.
So good, and then these
8-2-2.
knives from, I mean, it's full Ginsu from Meghan Dizon here. She is playing lights out, this team. And look at Meghan Dizon sneak the two-handed backhand down the line off the bounce. This is absolutely highest level pickleball from these two ladies. So now if I'm Vivienne David and Anna Bright, you're like, okay, we had a little problem in game one. We came back and we got it. We're pretty confident we're going to win game two. We're Vivienne David. Well, we lost game two, and now what's happening? So here's what they have to do, and this is not easy. They have to be willing to play really long points now. Keep the ball on the ground, and Anna Bright's got to wait for the right opportunity to go. I mean, these two that you see on screen right here are as dialed in as a team can be. They were able, I mean, look at the head nodding, the focus.
Absolutely laser focused right now, those two.
You know, they have really been able to thwart what they knew was going to be the target, which is the Dizon backhand against Anna Bright, and she has been up to the task. Impressive.
Point.
Another point, so 9-2. It has been all Etta Wright and Meghan Dizon.
10-2.
It is now match point. Out of bounds, Meghan Dizon and Etta Wright in game 3 off the missed return move on to tomorrow's final.
What a match for these two from Utah, and you wonder, does the Utah thing matter? Their drives were on point, their deep serves were good, they handled the ball well at the kitchen line, and hey, Brendan Long, hey, Pablo Tejas in singles, and now, hey, Etta Wright, welcome to the finals. Congratulations to everybody, and those three in particular, for the first time in their particular disciplines. Really, really good ball today.
The semifinals have now concluded in St. George, Utah. Jansen and Jones, Dizon and Wright now into tomorrow's final. Cameron Blackwood is standing courtside with our winners, Meghan Dizon and Etta Wright.
Thanks, Cam. I do have the last MLP winners here with the Seattle Pioneers and the MVP here, Meghan. How much confidence does that now give you here on the PPA Tour?
Oh, a ton. We played great together at MLP, and we're bringing that energy here to the PPA Tour, and it worked out great for us.
And Etta, you guys were up 8-2 in the first game, ended up dropping it. But how did you lock back in mentally to make sure you took this match?
You just gotta let it go. You can't keep dwelling on it, and just we were focusing on the next point, and so I think we were just staying aggressive, staying up at the line, and I think it worked out for us.
It did. You guys are heading into Championship Day Saturday tomorrow. Cam, it's a little chilly. Let's take us out of here.
All right, a massive congratulations. You ladies go get warmed up, and a huge congratulations to all of our finalists tomorrow. You mentioned them, Dave. We've got Catherine Parento, Salome Davidze, Tyson McGuffin, Pablo Tejas, Colin, Deckel, again, Tyson, Brendan. The list goes on and on. James Ignatowicz, AJ Kohler, Jesse Irvin, Leah and Elise, Etta and Meghan have booked their ticket. Thank you so much for joining us on this third day of the Carvana PPA Tour, the Selkirk Red Rock Open. For myself, Cameron Irwin, Dave Fleming, Drew Felios, Dominic Catalano, Cameron Blackwood, and the rest of our Tennis Channel crew, we cannot wait to see you on this Championship Saturday back at the kitchen line.